Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? Good evening, folks, and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. We have in store for you the core Southern All-Star Dirt eSport Racing Series here. We're under qualifying conditions. 62 cars entered for this event here. Team VLR putting on the show here for the Southern Dirt All-Star Series, and definitely great to be a part of this one here. And Dwayne was supposed to be up here again. Dwayne Keith was supposed to be up here again. We're really working on the system. We'll get him there. Definitely got him a little bit farther than hopefully he can come watch the race at least. Dwayne was supposed to join us up here in the booth, so maybe next week we'll get him locked and loaded here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I'm alongside of me is Bud Lizer. Phil is making his way up to the booth. He found a hot dog vendor, and he was definitely hungry down there, so I think he grabbed a couple of hot dogs. Hopefully he brought enough to share. Then what do you think, Bud? He should bring some.
I sure hope so, because, my gosh, it's not a race without a race dog, is it?
No, it's definitely not. We get ready to race here. Get ready to go to heat race number 1, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving car number 16, that'll be Grant Riles. Grant Riles aboard the number 16. And his dance part of the outside, driving the 112, that's Devin Morgan. Morgan in that 112. Inside row number 2, you'll see Devin Cardwell. Devin Cardwell in the 07 machine, the Speed Shift TV, number 07. And Josh Phillips aboard the car number 6, rolling off position number 4. Fifth starter sees Blake Brown aboard the 74D machine, and Christian Hanger aboard that number 29, rolling off position number 6. Seventh will be Trey Mills. Trey Mills aboard the number 14 machine, and Peyton Stevenson aboard car number 4, rolling off in position number 8. The ninth starter on the grid will be Landon Bagby aboard car number 53, not out there answering the call. And then Scott Dobbs aboard the number 29, the 3D Racing number 29, rolling off position number 10. Ten cars we called for. All 10 cars out there on the Speedway, locked and loaded. As the starting lineup supposed to be presented by 3D Racing tonight. Royals trucking on that. We'll make sure we change that for next time. But 3D Racing, our starting lineup sponsor here of the Full Velocity Racing Network. These guys rolling here, Lanier National Speedway, the dirt version. This track only existed as asphalt. They threw the dirt on it, kind of like a Bristol back in the day, where they threw the dirt on the Bristol track, and definitely that was a great race to watch. I actually got a chance to watch it the other day again. It definitely would like to see some dirt thrown on Bristol again, just to see how it would go.
Yeah, that may be pretty amazing to see, especially with today's cars, today's speeds, the horsepower, and the technology they've got in the chassis, just to see how it would handle something like that.
Yeah, I think it would be rather interesting. Is Phil taking a little bit longer with those hot dogs? I think he had to get some other additives onto those hot dogs. We'll have to ask him what kind of hot dog he really, really likes here. As we get ready to go racing here in heat race number 1. 10 cars, 8 laps will be the distance here. 6 heat races as the iRacing flag. Green flag comes out. And Grant Riles leads the charge down into turn number 1. Here comes the 07 attempting Cardwell down to the inside. Oh, we already got contact in the field here. Yellow, yellow, yellow going to come out on the very first lap. And contact, I believe that was Josh Phillips. It was Josh Phillips around. And that number 6 machine. See if we had a little bit of help going around. We'll see what happened to car number 6 with Josh Phillips. And it looks like, oh man, the 74 getting in there. Might have been a good old neck code. Scott Dobbs slows it down and not try to hit him there. But the 6 of Josh Phillips around early in this one here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
All right, so I've made it upstairs. We've made it into the booth. Hot dogs are all intact. Yes, I had to make the extra run back down there because I had forgotten, the extra dog, the topping there for Todd. So I think I'm good. I think we're here. First yellow flag of the night. And I think our first system replay going to show exactly as Todd said. I believe that looked exactly like netcode. Gotta love netcode.
Yeah, definitely love netcode. I think Bud seen those hot dogs and he made his way on down to go get some more hot dogs there, Phil. I don't think you had enough here to bring up here. So we're going to get some more hot dogs up in the tower here. Getting ready to send these guys on their way once again. First yellow flag of the evening already. The Milliner Media and Design yellow flag is the number 16 of Grant Riles. Your race leader here as the green flag comes back out. We're racing down the first straightaway for the number 16 of Grant Riles. Leading the charge into turn number 1.
Miles going to lead us down to the turn number 1 and 2. Devin Morgan there, the 07 of Hayden Cardwell. He'll be the third car in line. You got Blake Brown there, the 74 as well. We go 2 wide off turn number 4. Let's race for that third and final transfer spot. Cardwell versus Brown off into turn 1.
Yellow flag out on the Speedway here. Not real sure what happened there. I might have missed it. I'm back, by the way, into the booth. Got me one of those race dogs.
Josh Phillips involved once again. Poor Josh Phillips in car number 6 involved in this one, and he comes down into turn number 1 and he gets the good old boo. It looks like from Trey Mills in car number 14. Well, nope, it was Bagby in car number 1. So Bagby getting into the back of Josh Phillips. So tough break for Josh Phillips here early on the going. 2 wrecks involved in here tonight already.
All right, I know I'm behind the 8 ball getting in here late like I did, but I'm going to tell you what, just looking up and down the list of drivers in this server, this place is loaded to the gills. I think Dwayne Keith was hoping to hear him on the call one of these days. I know you've been working on him, and I know he's a very talented announcer, so looking forward to what he can bring to this series here. I believe he's going to do Dirt Monday night, and I believe Asphalt is on Thursday. Todd, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Thursday's got Asphalt with the Southern All-Stars. That'll be a great time as well. Dwayne Keith, a great guy, one of those talented announcers we will find. He gets animated. He gets into his calls, and I look forward to making him, a part of the Full Velocity family. But really great to have the talent of Bud Lizer with us as well. The Gemma Northeast from the After Motorsports Parker guy. I've been to hear do work a couple of times. I've been up there, and it's really good time to have your buddy Bud alongside as we go back to racing.
Green flags out, hammers are back down. We've got the 16 of Grant Reynolds in the 75 with Davin Morgan there battling side by side for the lead. The 16 of Riles making it out on top there. We got the 12 car there. I'm looking 112, excuse me, of Devin Morgan way out on the bottom side. Trying to get up there, staying in that third and final transfer spot here to hold off the 74 Blake Brown, who's on a charge on the top side, trying to get as much gription as he can. Yellow back around the Speedway.
A little bit of yellow fever here in heat race number 1. The third yellow flag of the event. 5 laps of 8 on the board.
Turtle and roof surfing.
Turtle and roof surfing. Well, that's always a good kind of combination. Maybe not quite on the dirt. Maybe a guy with a new windshield.
Yeah, it's the number 4 of Stevenson, Peyton Stevenson. going in contact with the number 6 of Josh Phillips. 3 in a row as the number 4 of Bates News and goes for a ride on his lid. And then he keeps going there. Turtle, roof surfing, whatever he wants to do there. He roof surfed quite a ways there, Phil. The judges, though, not very credible with his score. He only got a 5.5 out there, but definitely a long roof surf for that car number 4.
I think the French judge gave it a whole 2 over there, so I have to talk to that guy and get the scoring there. But yeah, he had some big help there. 4-car all the way down the back chute. Skidded, stayed on his roof, the roof surf, and he ended up being the TDR Turtle. And last I checked, bud, the way to get speed is you'd hate to have the wheels down on the ground. You're not making a whole lot of time if they're stuck topside in the air.
A little too much friction if they're up in the air. I mean, gosh, I think you're running on the roof instead of rolling on your tires. You're not doing so well moving forward.
Ever want to be upside down in a race car? I've never been in one. I've seen buddies of mine, including my colleagues, upside down in a car in a video. Did not look like a very good excursion, I'm going to tell you what. So Peyton Stevenson will hopefully get the 4-car back right in, come out to the LCQs, and be back under green. Now 6 laps complete of 8, so 2 laps now remain. Brett Rousley, Devin Cardwell, and Devin Morgan, him and Blake Brown racing for 3rd as we head to turn 3.
Top 3 just about put them under a blanket there. The top 2 are good back and forth there for about a lap and a half. But the 112 Devin Morgan, they're backing off just a little bit from the 75 of David Cardwell, and our leader is still Grant Riles out there in the 16. Take a look down to the inside.
Good little race there. That was back to the checkers, I believe. Grant Riles is going to pick up the win in heat race number 1 over Devin Cardwell. Devin Morgan will finish up 3rd. Blake Brown, Scott Dobbs, Christian Hanger. Those will be the cars that are off into the LCQs, which I believe I hear there's going to be 3 LCQs. So we got a lot of racing left to get to and a long night to do it with. So let's get to our starting lineup for heat race number 2. I'll take the lineup here because I was late, and I guess I get this one. On the pole with the Deuce, that'll be Dylan Hauser, and alongside the 000, our buddy from Dirty Grass Soul, that is Kevin Dedman. In row number 2 with car number 28, that'll be Trevor Fitz with Josh Peacock alongside, and car number 61 to the outside of row number 2. The number 22 car will start in position 5. That is Brooks Trammell with the number 31 alongside of Chris Tucker. In our 4th row, I believe, we have the Austin McGloy, number 41, and the number 84 of Lee Rogers, making up row number 4. The 5th row, number 49 of Tiff Busha, with Darren Littleroll's number 68, rounding out our 10-car field for heat race number 2.
I tell you what, Phil, just watching it, and Darren Litterall, I seen him make an announcement not too long ago that he was retiring from online racing, and he did retire. The problem is, when you retire, you got to have stuff to do. There is nothing to do now because of the coronavirus, so he came back. He sold all the stuff, then he had to buy stuff and make his way back out here. So it's good to see Darren Litterall back out here. He's going to start this one in position number 10, so we'll see how well he's going to be able to do here. But the star-studded field here, you got Dylan Hauser, Kevin Dedman. Kevin Dedman went for a wild ride just a couple nights ago in a modified there, Phil. I mean, he went up the fencing and did all sorts of twisting and turning, but he was all right. He came out of the infield care center and was drinking some beer. So the number 2 of Dylan Hauser getting ready to set the pace off at turn number 4. iRacing outside, green flags in the air.
Let's go green here for heat race number 2. Dylan Hauser going to lead it down with turn number 1 and 2, and already the race for second. To the low side, look at Brooks Trammell, car number 22 or 23 on the side of that one tonight. He'll make a move to the low side, looking for second, going for Dedman. They'll battle for second, spot over in turn 1.
2-car Hauser out there out front, showing the fastest way around the Speedway. We got the 20-car down low, side by side with that 000. Looking for a little extra bacon on the bottom side of the Speedway, see if he can get by situation there in second instead of hanging out in 3rd for that final transfer spot.
You got my mouth water right there. We just talked about hot dogs. Now you're dropping the bacon in, looking for bacon down the low side.
Bacon wrapped hot dogs.
I don't know if that's a Northeast type of call right there. It makes me kind of hungry, but we got these guys hungry to make the A main right now in turn number 3 and 4. Dylan Hauser with the race leader with Kevin Dedman. Trevor Fitz, number 28. He's doing a great job holding on from 3rd over Brooks Trammell. And good to see Josh Peacock, 61 car out now, but he's going to lose 5th. Chris Tucker going to make to the low side, hook Tucker down to the top 5.
It's still all Dylan Hauser out front in that Marble 2 machine. He's got a pretty good lead over the top 3. The top 3 cars there, the number 000, Kevin Dedman, Trevor Fritz in the 28. They're battling for second and third. Back to Josh Peacock in the 61 car, currently running fifth. 23rd,
Oh!
23 car.
Oh, round goes to 61.
I figures. You see our street stock buddy, Mr. Peacock, out there in a super late model, and looks like he is going to be the subject for our first yellow flag of heat race number 2 as we put 6 laps on the board. So we're going to have a green light checker to finish this one. Did Peacock go around by himself? He thought he had some help.
He had a little bit of help there, but the 41 definitely got down into, came up into the 22, and he shoved him right into the 61 of Josh Peacock. So Austin McClellan definitely made some contact there to the number 22 of Brooks Trammell, and then the 61 of Josh Peacock. Unfortunately goes right, and we just gave him a pep talk too in that number 61 machine. He was down on himself, didn't think he could make this, and now he's last. I told him he could, Phil. He's making me eat my own words.
I don't know how to help with that one. I wasn't here for the pep talk. I am sure Josh is all broken up. It's going to take probably a whole day to put him back together before we see him jump behind the modified tomorrow night once again. So, yeah, he's got the FERN house car out there. JP Designs number 61. Going to restart this one at the back of the field. Sometimes drivers need a pep talk. Sometimes they need some old-fashioned racing luck, too. And unfortunately, Bud, 61 did not find luck on that one.
Not tonight. Green flag is back out. We're back racing out racing. Pace trucks in the pits. The 2 car. Dylan Hauser out there to the front, commanding lead. The 000 of Kevin Dedman diving low to the inside there, trying to find some extra grip down there low on the speedway to get there that first position. Running in third is still Trevor Fritz in the 28 car. Behind him is now Brooks Trammell in the 23.
Run nose to tail there off of turn number 2 as we are on the final lap. The white flag is already in the air off of turn number 4. Dylan Hauser will pick up the win in heat race number 2 over Kevin Dedman and Trevor Fitz. Then Chris Tucker, Austin McGlone, Brooks Trammell, Tim Busha, Darren Litterall, and Josh Peacock. They will go off into the LCQs, which, Todd, I believe are going to be pretty dang stacked. Looking at this roster that Dwayne and the gang have assembled here tonight, this is pretty dang solid.
It's definitely a stacked field here, and definitely watching up and down here. Just you're looking at Blake Majulis out here in the 127 too. I mean, there's so many good cars here. Anybody could win this race here tonight, and definitely I can't wait to see what's going to happen here. Is heat race number 3 getting ready to come to grid here? Blake Majulis, your pole setter aboard car number 127. Last night's winner aboard the number 25 machine. That'll be Zach McSwain. Inside row number 2 in the 3rd starting spot, driving the number 4. That's Justin Norwood. And Jordan Casey from D1RT in the number 42, rolling off position number 4. 5th starter sees Richard Spar aboard car number 71, and Aaron Brumberlow aboard the 101, rolling off position number 6. 7th starter sees the X15 of Tanner Folds and Dalton Benefield aboard the number 8 machine, rolling off position number 8. 9th starter to see Kristen Strobel aboard the number 94. We called for 9 cars, all 9 cars out there on the Speedway.
What impresses me the most about when you do a lineup, Todd, you can pick up the X's on the side of a race car, the numerals with the lettering, which we know is very, a throwback thing up here in the Northeast. I know for sure. We do an asphalt country too, but I am absolutely just astonished that you can pick out the numbers like that. It's like you've got like the snake guy out there, a telescope. Did you see the numeral, the lettering next to these digits, Bud?
No,
I cannot.
I'm convinced he's got something special that we don't know about.
Oh. Todd, he's a weird dude, and he's got a lot of special tricks, I'll tell you what.
Binoculars.
Can you see the one on the 101? That's a difficult one too.
Wait,
that
there's
one's
a
pretty
101?
sleek. Really small.
Oh, wow. That's like trying to read the special in my old 38 special. Remember that, Todd?
Oh, I remember that. We were talking about guys going upside down. Phil, we'll have to have you tell the story one of these times about how yours was even fierce more than mine was ever. So
That
yeah.
was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Green flag's out. Hammers are down to 127 of Blake Majulis there. Out front. It's followed by the 25 is Zach McSwain. The 4 car, the 42 of Justin Jordan Casey. Back and forth with the 4 car of Justin Norwood.
It's a good battle for third there out of 2. Norwood up high, the number 4. Jordan Casey down low. Also keep an eye on that number 71 car, Richard Spar. Do not see a lot of him much on our network much anymore, but I'll tell you what, when he comes out here in one of these super late models, he is certainly a name to watch and be reckoned with. But right now, guy we've seen win a ton of races here over the years. Blake Machulis with car number 127, leading last night's winner Zach McSwain on car number 4. It's Norwood and Casey. That's where the race is. That transfer spot. They're off the exit at turn 2.
4 laps in, 4 to go. Looks like they're kind of creeping up on a little bit of lap traffic in the form of a 94 Christian Strobel. Kind of meander around the backside of the Speedway here. Better pick it up or he's going to be lapped. As they're running now, we still got Blake in the 127, Zach in the 25, Justin Norwood in the 4, Jordan Casey in the 42, and a yellow on the Speedway as the 94 of Strobel goes around.
Sure does. About to fall a lap down, and he went around, and I think this one may have just been all by his lonesome, Todd. Looks like the car.
All by a selfie.
All by his selfie. Is
Come on,
it too
Phil.
early to cue the
Nope.
stick?
Get it.
All right, well, we don't do this a lot with the super late models, but you go around by yourself on the network and I'm around. We're going to give you the Full Velocity Racing Network selfie stick. We all know everybody likes to be on TV. That's what we do over here. So what we do, you want to get your TV time, we're going to hand you a selfie stick. You went around all by yourself, and everybody, I'm going to ask you on the count of 3, give this guy a big old collective. Hey!
Love it. Love it. Selfie stick, Full Velocity Racing Network, and going
Like
around
the
by
shirt.
yourself. Eventually, we're going to make a shirt. That's going to be on a Full Velocity t-shirt here rather soon. The selfie stick has come a long, long way. It's just like some other slogans that we've had. At least the snow's not out here, and it's not fluffy. I mean, you know, that's one of those things a long time ago that thought snow was supposed to be fluffy, but it was actually hard at that one track that we visited. But let's not talk about snow. We're in the springtime. We got racing going on here in Lanier. We got green flag action coming off of turn number 4.
Green flag goes back in the air. 4 laps complete. Let's put 5 in the book series. We're going to have 3 laps remaining in heat race number 3. But Julius going to lead the way over McSwain. The drama is who is going to want that transfer spot. Jordan Casey now to the top side of Justin Norwood. Door off the corner.
127, Blake Majulis still leading our field in the 127. 25 is Zach McSwain, still running second. Jordan Casey, the 42. Your top 3 right there. There's a little bit of a battle for 4th between Justin Norwood and Aaron Brumlow in the 101.
Buffalo's 101 car going to take a peek down to the low side. That's racing for 4th. They're running out of time. Off turn number 4, the checkered flag goes in the air. Gives heat number 3 to Blake Machulis in the 127. 25 is Zach McSwain for 2nd. Jordan Casey will grab 3rd, sending Justin Norwood, Aaron Brumlow, Tanner Folds, Richard Spartan, Dalton Benefield. Those guys will be off into the LCQs. 3 heat races in. It's about time for heat race number 4. I know we get a lot of great sponsors here, a part of this series, Todd. I do not have a list in front of me. I apologize, not completely prepared, but give the folks here, the Summit All-Stars, have a great list of group that are letting these cars come out here and race on a Monday night.
Oh, before we do that, Phil, I don't have them directly in front of me. I'm going to have to get the paperwork.
I thought
here.
you did.
No, I don't. I'll get the paperwork. We'll get them the next time. I know Core is definitely the main sponsor here of the Southern All-Star Esports Dirt Series. That is the main sponsor here. They put up some big money here for the sponsorship, so thank you to Core. And we're getting ready here for heat race number 4, starting on the pole, driving the 02. That is Greg Schwartz, his dancing part of the outside, driving the 07. That's Howard Weaver. Inside row number 2, that's the number 1. That's Austin Carr, actually driving the 68 here tonight. Now, hopefully, you're going to try to pierce that thing back up towards the front of the field. And the 77, Rutger Fletcher, rolling off outside row number 2 and 4th starting spot. 5th starting spot will be the Hunt the Front number 1, Jesse Enderkin aboard that number 1 machine, and Cole Harvey aboard the number 85, rolling off position number 6. 7th will be the number 44, Kenny Callens, excuse me. Kerry Callens, a quarterback for, I think, the Giants.
Wow.
Hobson Man aboard the number 50 machine. And then Jordan Benefield running out your field as green flag comes out. And we're racing out for turn number 4.
Green flags out.
Go ahead, bud. Take that.
Hammers are down. We got the 02 of Craig Schwartz and that fancy looking yellow machine taking it nice and smooth through turns 1 and 2 with the 07 of Howard Weaver right on his backside. Austin Carr.
Oh, we already got one around. We have a yellow on the Speedway already in turn number 1 and 2. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Slow it on down. Yellow flag number 1 coming out now on lap number 2. I'm still trying to shake that off. Bad Kerry Collins memory. I'll tell the story here a little bit. Todd, we're going to laugh out of it for sure. But yellow on the Speedway for the first time. Why are we under the yellow, Todd?
Well, we're taking a look at that right now. We'll take a look see here. Oh, it looks like contact between Enterkin and the 77 of Fletcher. They both go around there, Phil. So the Hunter Front #1 machine as makes contact there with Robert Fletcher. Fletcher was trying to go to the outside. Kind of a disagreement of real estate there. I don't know if the HTF1 actually knew that the number 77 machine of Robert Fletcher was actually there. It wasn't quite ready for that one, and they both go around in a notch.
Sure did. Stacked up a couple of cars over there in turn number 1. Slow them on down. Fletcher going to go to the rear. Enterkin's got a little damage on the Hunter Front #1 car, so we'll stack them up or repack them up. Lights are out around the 3/8 mile. Lanier National Speedway. Love coming to this racetrack. Since my number 2. It was my number 1 in the simulation for a long time. I think Volusia is taking some really good racing here recently away from Lanier. So love still coming out here to the state of Georgia. Craig Swartz going to lead Austin Carr. Howard Weaver and Jesse Enterkin. Cole Harvey, Jordan Benefield. Our top 3 rows as we return to green flag racing.
Back down into turn number 1, coming out of turn number 2, the 1 car. Austin Carr looking at the back bumper of Craig Schwartz. The 07 car of Howard Weaver right there running third. Top 3 making into the show transfer spots, if you will.
Yes, the time to go has got to be now because we're going to be halfway home here already in heat race number 4 as we exit turn number 2. Craig Swartz, a guy who's shown a lot of speed here at Lanier the last 48 hours as well. He leads the way in the 02 over Austin Carr. Howard Weaver, he's got third, rest of the way. Jesse Enterkin's back there running in 4th. Good race for 5th behind him between Benefield's number 10 car and the 50 in my hand. That's a really good battle. It's outside the transfer for the best race on the Speedway.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out all these cameras and how to make them work to see everything that I want to see. Right now, kind of going to concentrate on the top 3 leaders here, just to see, make sure everything's going smooth for those guys up front. Let everybody know what's going on there. Once I get it figured out, I'll be able to look back farther in the back and see if there's any action,
Yeah, well, a little bit of action starting to tame its way out. Fletcher 77 starting to make his way back to the top 5, but running out of time as we put the white flag in the air. Next time, 5 for the race leader, car number 02. Craig Swartz, who is off of turn number 2, and he is rocketing down the back streetway. He is in the final circuit of this one here into 3 and 4 for the final time. Put the checkers in the air. Craig Swartz will take down heat race number 4 over Austin Carr. And Howard Weaver going to grab that final transfer spot. Jesse Enterkin, Robert Fletcher, Pops in my hand, Cole Harvey, Jordan Benefield go off into the LCQ round. So 4 heat races in the books. We have 6 on the docket. We've got 2 more to go. I look at the lineup here. Oh my goodness! We're going to talk about world champions. Look at this one here. Whew. So we got names all of us several weeks had, Todd. But look at the pole sitter. Number 24, the Lionheart, Zach Leonardi on the pole. That's a heavy hitter. Going to lead this with the green.
Hey, there's a D on the side of that 80. I see it without him moving. Rest of the lineup here, though, we got Zach Leonardi on the 24 starting on your pole. To the outside of him is Dylan Wilson at 80D. 007 at Jacob Fields starting row number 2 on the inside. Brad Dyer starting 4th. Sam Seawright in the 55 starting 5th. Starting 6th is going to be the 40 car. Drew Collins, the 22 of Rainey Cornwell starting 7th. Jamie Pritchett in the 9 starting on the inside of your back row. And the 21 of Ryan Cole Wilson going to go away 9th.
All right, 9 cars we have out there. Great front row. Leonardi and Dylan Wilson on that front row. Jacob Fields and Brad Dyer in row number 2. That is 4 really good drivers on super late models. I'll tell you what, Sam Seawright in the 55, Drew Collins, Randy Cornwell, Jamie Pritchett, Ryan Cole Wilson. That's a race car driver name right there. Car number 21 will start in 9th, so we reset him. We're ready to rock and roll. 8 laps around heat race number 5. How we doing down there, Todd? Did you finish off the dog we sent you up here?
Yeah, I definitely finished that dog as we get ready to go. Green flag racing up to turn number 4, and it's Zach Leonardi and Dylan Wilson right there battling it out already. Is Wilson right there knocking on the door here of that number 24, Leonardi down the back straightaway. And those who were listening to the stream earlier, Phil was getting hot dogs, so we made sure that the stream was muted. Yes, we had no sounds, so we apologize for that. There was a reason. We had to get Phil make sure that he was locked and loaded there with his hot dogs while he was stuffing his face. You didn't want to hear that garbage on the air, so we didn't bring that stream out there. So those 24 minutes ago, I didn't catch it on the team VLR. That's the reasoning why. You should be hearing us loud and clear now with Zach Leonardi and Dylan Wilson 1-2.
All right, well, glad they missed that one there. That was some follies going on, but Leonardi going to lead the way. That white and blue number 24 car off to number 4. Dylan Wilson from D1RT going to pester up right there. Dylan will look at the outside lane. 2 of the very best here in the super late models, but a great race for the lead down the back chute.
Boy, I can tell by just watching them here. I know this is fairly new to me, and you guys know who's good, who's not, who's to watch. But you are correct. These top two here, they're doing a little back and forth battle and trying to find the best spot on the speedway for the fastest forward motion, if you will. But the 24, Zach Leonardi, so far has got it figured out, diving way down to the bottom of the speedway with the 80D of Dylan Wilson, taking it out on top, just grinding away at that cushion.
Gonna run that cushion really deep into turns number 1 and 2. 80 car gonna drift it up high, trying to cross over down low. Leonardi got a little slow of a run off turn number 2, and look at the way these two cars are definitely approaching the corner differently. Leonardi entering it low, letting it wash up. Wilson running that higher arc into the RPM roll. Two distinct ways around the 3/8 mile right now, both working really well. Leonardi and Wilson racing for the lead down at turn 3, coming to the white flag.
White flag's in the air for your leader, Zach Leonardi. Dylan Wilson right there on his back bumper, trying to get a little bit extra oomph to get around him. Might just settle in there for a second because they're top 3. They make it to the show. Oh, a little whoopsie.
Oh.
Got a little whoopsie. Slide job gone wrong, but by gosh, they finished it out. Nobody really wrecked.
That almost went north-south in a hurry right there off turn number 4, but Leonardi going to pick up the win over Dylan Wilson. Jacob Fields will get the third and final transfer spot. Brad Dyer, CMC Wright, Drew Collins, Jamie Pritchett, Randy Cordwell, Ryan Cole Wilson going off into the LCQ rounds. We are 5 heat races in. We got one more on the docket, and we have a loaded field here for heat race number 4. And on the pole with car number 33, that'll be Evan Say with the number 7 alongside of Hayden Cardwell. In row number 2 with car number 54, that'll be Austin Smith with the number 14 alongside the Beeb, Trent Bieber to the outside of row number 2. In our third row, the number 19, that is Jay Place with the number 5 of Derek Keltner to the outside of row number 3. Peyton Freeman with the 0-1. He will start in the 7th position with the number 37 of Timothy Smith alongside, and Christopher Story with the number 26 will round out our 9-car field.
Yeah, you can tell right there that last race, those two drivers, a couple of professionals right there, because that could have gone south, like you said, in a real big hurry. If one didn't jam the binders, the other one didn't jam the gas and do some other fancy footwork in between, I'm sure.
One to keep an eye on here, and we come over here with the Southern All-Stars tonight, but we here at VLR doing a great job. The administration, as always, do. You think back a few weeks ago to the Spring Fling, that $4,000 to win main event. Well, the race winner of that $4,000 prize to the outside of the pole here in heat race number 2, the number 7 car of Hayden Cardwell with him and Evan Say. They have had many battles before. This one will be a delight to watch in heat race number 6 for sure. iRacing.com, pace truck is in. iRacing flag, green flag up in the air. Let's dig it out. 8 more trips around Lanier.
Oh,
Wow. I don't know if you caught that in a live stream or not, but Say and Cardwell came together off of turn number 2, and we had a yellow flag on the speedway. I don't know if that was a reciprocal of what was happening up front, but I'll tell you what, a couple of cars, somebody got their nose completely tore off in the infield, and I wasn't sure if it was somebody near the front. I'm not sure if it was Smith or Beaver or whatever, but somebody got a little bit of the front contact. 33 of Say and the 7 of Cardwell. They had that little disagreement of space in the back chute, and that stacked the entire field up.
yeah, definitely did. And it was the number 84 of Austin Smith. Smith going around at the leisure of the number 16 machine of Jay Place. Place takes him around, and then the 22 into the all-black car. Christopher Story, it's actually the number 9 machine that's all black there. Getting the, I guess the short end of the stick there. A tough break for him as things going there. As he's going to join the tail of the field again. Like I said, the 84 of Austin Smith was involved in that chain reaction. It was all a chain reaction of contact made up front.
So, Bud, think about this. You come into iRacing, you do all this. You've been in the sim a little while, but you come and you do a gig like this. You got all these great drivers, all these awesome-looking cars. You look at a number attached to them in the race server. You look at the side of the race car, they don't match. Enough to make you do a little extra homework, isn't it?
Yeah, Todd gave me a little program to download that's kind of helping me out. They're matching somewhat now, better anyways than they were last night.
That's good. I'll have to probably open that same program. I know what he's using, and may help me a bit there too, as we're still scrambling to get back up to speed. But Evan's saying it'll lead us back to the green flag. Him and Hayden Cardwell still continuing to get together as they exit to number 2. They're going to lead on it. Here comes the Beam. Trent Beam with the 14. He'll look to the low side, racing along with Evan saying for second on 4.
Definitely a lot of beating and banging going around the 5 car into the wall hard. Oh, and there goes the 33 in the set. Oh, 33
Wow.
spinning around, doing a little cartwheel action. Woo! That's fun.
You can tell those guys don't really like each other.
No.
It's pretty evident there, all the contact that they were making out there. Unfortunately, there between Evan Say and the 7 of Hayden Cardwell. Those guys making a lot of contact, magnets for one another. Well, we can almost call them lovers there, Phil. The number 7 of Hayden Cardwell and the 33 of Evan Say. Those guys making so much contact out there. That's going to bring out the yellow flag.
Some guy once upon a time said drama. Drama. There's a
Drama
lot
and
of blood.
implications.
There's a lot of blood boiling between the 33 and the 7 camps. I think that's been carrying over the last couple of weeks. You've seen that play live on our airwaves a couple of times. So I'll tell you what, they both get involved, and I'm sure the team not too happy. Steven and KT, the gang, doing an awesome job as they always do over here at Team DLR. But the complexion of this lineup has certainly changed. You look up front. I believe they're going to score Hayden Cardwell, the race leader, with car number 7 over the 14 of Trent Bieber. Put the 16 of Jay Place down to the 3rd spot. Derek Keltner, Peyton Freeman. That's the way we're scoring the top 5. If that's accurate or not, I'm not quite sure, but I do know we're going to put 4 laps complete when we go back to green.
4 laps in, 4 to go. Single file, nose to tail. Green flags back out. The 33 of Evan Seeley taking right up. That's not right.
Hayden Cardwell, the number 7, leading the way.
Thank you. Hayden Cardwell, the number 7, leading them down the straightaways here and into the corners. The 014 of Trent Bieber running the high side for the 19. Jake Place right there on his tail.
Good race, little 2nd spot as well. The Beef holding off for Jay Place. That's 2 really good drivers there racing for the 2nd spot through turns number 3 and 4. As we exit the corner, we put 2 laps remaining in heat race number 6. Last chance for these drivers before the LCQs. Hayden Cardwell going to lead him down in turn number 3 and 4. Beaver Place. You got Peyton Freeman back there running in 4th, but he's a distant 4th off turn number 4. The white flag goes in the air.
You know, you mentioned those car numbers didn't quite line up. Place 16 shows 19 on mine.
That's hilarious. It says 60. I don't know. Sometimes what I see, what our other partners will see is definitely different as well. But Place in the 16 car running in 3rd as we take the checkered flag. Give Cardwell the win over Trent Bieber. Place. But Peyton Freeman for 4th. Evan Say will rebound back to the top 5. Derek Keltner, Timothy Smith, Austin Smith, Christopher Story. Well, that's the story there for heat race number 6. Good one there. Hayden Cardwell picks up another W, and now it is time for the first of our 3D or first LCQs, Todd. We're going to go 12 laps around. The top 2 will go off to the main event.
Yeah, the top 2 going off to the main event here in LCQ number 1. The lineup going to go away like this. The 3D racing lineup. That's the 74D of Blake Brown on the pole. Jesse Enrigan aboard the Hunt the Front number 1, rolling off on the outside in position number 2. Inside row number 2, driving the number 29, that is Scott Dobbs. And his dance part of the outside, driving the 77, that's Robert Fletcher. Rolling off in the 5th spot, that's the number 29 machine of Christian Hanger. And Hobson Maiden aboard the number 50 machine, rolling off in position number 6. Inside row number 4 in the 7th starting spot, that'll be car number 6 of Josh Phillips. And outside of him, the number 85 of Cole Harvey. Inside row number 5, that'll be Trey Mills aboard number 14, and Jordan Benefold aboard the number 10 machine, rolling off position number 10. 11th star sees Landon Bagby aboard the number 53 machine, and Kenny Callens aboard the number 44, rolling off position number 12. 12 cars we call for, all 12 cars out there on the Speedway, only 2 positions will make it on in to the A feature. 12 laps will be the distance.
Glad we got Kenny Collins squared away on that one, because you were going to take me back to an old childhood memory. You know, Kerry Collins, yes, he quarterbacked the Giants, but his first team was the expansion Carolina Panthers back in the day, and they picked up their very first playoff victory in the tail end of the 90s, and it was at the behest of my beloved Cowboys. I'll never forget it. I was heartbroken. It was a great Cowboys team, and lost to Kerry Collins. Kenny Collins around the field with number 44. As we go under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag, Blake Brown, Jesse Enderkin. That's a good front row. They'll lead the field over turn 3.
Trying to take 3 wide for 3, 4, and 5 back there. Goes Christian Hanger, Robert Fletcher, and Scott Dobbs. Still all the 74 of Blake Brown out front.
Blake Brown going to hold him off in a turn number 3 and 4. Enderkin's the 1 car. He runs second as we race it up off of turn number 4 for that 2nd spot. Fletcher's number 77. He had a big run off. He may try it again. We go door to door. Great racing going on for 2nd. 3rd on back. Blake Brown continues to lead over 3.
Looking on back through the field just a little bit here. You got the 001 of Jesse Enderkin there running second. 77, Robert Fletcher. He's running third. Christian Hanger in fourth in the 29 car. Josh Phillips in the sixth. He's running fifth. The 85, Cole Harvey's running sixth. Dobson, Mann, and Trey Mills swapping eighth and ninth back there a couple times. Kenny Collins up to ninth now.
Let's race it going on in the back part of the field, but they're running out of time. They have to get on it because it doesn't pay to finish ninth. They're in the LCQ. You got to be in the top two to race into our 50-lap main event, and right now it's Blake Brown with car number 74. iRacing iFlag machine. He's in turn number 3 and 4. Jesse Hendrick on the front number 1 car. He runs on the second spot. The top two, they've really taken off from third place Robert Fletcher. It's almost a full second. If you put the gap between second and third, Hendrick right now, right place, right time. All he's going to do is keep that race car clean for 4 more trips around.
Yeah, definitely. Brown's definitely found himself a fast way around the Speedway. He's kind of run away and hit the 001 of Jesse Hendrick, and he's trying to find his, following his tracks and hide himself. Make sure they got their way into this feature tonight.
We know about taking unnecessary chances as well. You don't want to spin yourself out of a transfer spot because sometimes you do that, you get some videos right about you don't really want to see. And right now it's Blake Brown leading the way over Jesse Hendrick off of turn number 4, completing lap number 9. 3 laps remain. Fletcher still back in the third spot. He's in a gap between himself and Hanger's number 29. Phillips, the number 6 car, running in the 5th spot. So that's our top 5. Top 2 have kind of checked out in their own right as we come up turn number 4. 2 laps remain.
Top 2 got it on cruise control. 2 laps remain, which is a good thing because they're running up on a little bit of lap traffic. It looks like in the form of Scott Dobbs in the 39 machine. A couple more laps will have him lap down. Back of the field there, it's kind of trailing off. This is the 10 car, Jordan Benfield.
That's a car that was up there on the lead lap. Jordan was running in the top 10. We're going to run out of time here as we're turns number 3 and 4. The checkered flag over LCQ number 1. Give it to Blake Brown with car number 74. Jesse Hendrick grabbing that final transfer. Going to send Robert Fletcher, Christian Hanger, Josh Phillips, Kenny Collins, Hobson Mann, Landon Bagby, Benefield, Jordan Benefield, Trey Mills, Cole Harvey, Scott Dobbs. We'll not see the main event here this evening, I should say. It is rolling into evening. It's starting to get dark out here in the East Coast. So call it evening now as we approach, 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. So LCQ number 1 of the books. LCQ number 2 is beginning to grid trackside.
Heading for 7:30 here, but here's the LCQ number 2 grid as she's going to go away. Starting position number 1 is the 31 of Chris Tucker. The 56 of Brad Dyer going to go away in position number 2. Austin McGlone in the 41 car, row number 2 on the inside. The 55, Sam Seawright, starting in position number 4. Starting 5th, the 23 of Brooks Tamil. The 40 of Drew Collins. The 49, Tim Busha, shared the 6th and 7th. Starting 8th is Jamie Pritchard in the 9 car. The starting 9th is the 68 of Jaron Litteral. Starting 10th is 22 of Randy Cornwell, 61 of Josh Peacock going away 11th, the 21 of Ryan Cole Wilson starting 12th, and starting 13th on the field, the 43 car of Peyton Stevenson. 13 cars.
13 cars, and Stevenson, that was a car on its lid during his heat race, so he will have work to do. Professional rooster. If that's a career, Peyton Stevenson has hit it out of the park, I'll tell you what. 4 car back out with us, but he's in the LCQ. He'll start tail and Charlie in this one. And only the top 2 will race our way into our 50-lap main event that'll follow us here in just a couple of minutes. And we are really happy to have you aboard tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network and Facebook Live. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch TV, TVLR's Facebook. We're all over the place. So Todd's got this place, got this thing streamed out everywhere this evening. As we go under the iRacingIFlag.com green flag, Chris Tucker, Brad Dyer. That's our top 2. That's the way the exit turns.
We got 2 around in the back of the field. Looking like the 21 of Ryan Cole Wilson and the 43 of Peyton Stevenson possibly back there spinning it around for their first lap is even completed.
Well, it will complete 1 lap. As we get caution laps, don't count, but it's still imperfect and not working. Perfect system. But we're happy we have that here in iRacing now. As imperfect as it may be, yellow flag on the Speedway, 1 lap all complete there. And yeah, 2 cars around the back chute. Wilson's number 21 and the 4 of Stevenson, Todd, just kind of ran out of room.
Number 4 and the number 22 making some contact. So Those guys going to be relegated to the rear as we're going to restack and repack the field here. Car number 31 of Chris Tucker is going to be a race leader. Then the 56, like I said, Brad Dyer, Austin McGlone in the number 41 running in third. Brooks Trammell aboard the car number 22. Going to roll off in that fourth spot. Drew Collins and Tim Busha aboard the number 49 machine. They're going to roll off in the sixth here as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. I do believe it's going to go green this time around out of turn number 4.
Lights are out around the 3/8 mile Lanier National Speedway. That'll bring that Chevrolet Silverado iRacing.com safety truck back to the infield. We'll look over the field. Chris Tucker, number 31, Brad Dyer's 56. They both went down loud, pedal down. Let's go racing. One lap complete in LCQ number 2.
Green flag's out. The hammers are down. They're looking to go 3 wide there possibly, but we got them 2 by 2. Heading down into the corners here. The 56, Brad Dyer going to lead them off of the corner. 31. Chris Tucker really diving down on the inside, trying to find something to get down to the inside there. Past the 56 of Brad Dyer. The 22 looking to the inside of the 41 now from position number 3. Trying to get up to that position number 2 for the only 2 transfer spots we got here in this C8.
Yep, doing a good job right there. Trammell running in the 4th spot, trying to pass on the inside of Austin McGlone with car number 41 as we stay nose to tail in terms of number 3 and 4. And the race leader is the 56 of Brad Dyer, call it 3-4 car lengths over. Second place running 31 of Chris Tucker, but him and McGloy, they had a good race going on. 41 car keeps peeking down to the low side, looking for a run. Left to relegate himself back in line, nose to tail off the board.
Nose to tail indeed, going down into turns 1 and 2. The 56, the 31 kind of finding their own lanes, starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. The 31 stayed right close to the 56, about a car length behind. We got a yellow flag out on the speedway.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Second time in the second LCQ on lap number 6. So as we go halfway home here, this one, we put our second caution flag out. And let's Todd go down to work there with another Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. What is the eye in the sky finding for us this time?
Now the contact there between the number 16 machine and the number 5. 5 tonight being driven by, I believe that's Sam Seabright. And the number 5, I believe. No, he's actually in the 16 machine. So the 16 and the 5 making contact over there. They pull away as Sam Seabright doesn't look very happy there, but tail end now for the car number 16.
I'll have to go to the rear for that one as we got the yellow on the speedway second time around. As a good look there is a, yeah, it was definitely a 16 car. It says 55 on my screen and 16 out there in the Full Velocity Racing Network lane, so we'll call it 16 for certain. But Brad Dyer with car number 56, he's a guy who knows how to get it done. The number 56 car, Chris Tucker, Austin McGlone, Brooks Trammell, Josh Peacock, a very solid top 5 as we sit. But only the top 2 will roll into the main event. I believe we're going green flag racing this time out of 4. Light the wick, loud pedals go down, green flag back in the air.
Green's out, hammers down, they're bunching up real good side by side. 3 wide there for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Everybody's jostling around trying to get any position that they can, get up there to those top 2 spots. The 4th car there, beating on the side of the 61. That's Josh Peacock. And Nathan Severson, I do believe, is 43 on my system here, but shows 4 on my screen.
And they'll do that from time to
We
time.
got
We got them all. We got them around. Oh my goodness, that's a big one. Somebody was pointing the wrong direction. Yellow on the speedway. I believe that was a 4 car that was pointed the wrong way. Todd, am I correct on that one?
Yeah, I believe it was car number 22 into the back of the 4. He played a twofer there. He got into the 4, which got into the 61, sent them both around. He collected the number 9 and another number 22. Those guys going all around, so we got kind of 4 for really. Got 2 for the price of, I guess, 1 for the price of 2, or 2 for the price of 1, I should say, going through that corner. And then 4 cars all involved in that one. And Brooks Trammell knows that he did wrong. He knows he's going to take the tail end there. He was just trying to be over aggressive there, Phil, towards that because he wanted that transfer spot. I think I know somebody that's sponsoring him. Probably really wants to get into the show.
I'm sure they probably do, and that's unfortunate because he's going to go to the rear of the field with car number 22, Brooks Trammell. I believe I saw a little message come across this afternoon. He was looking to stick the FERN logo on the side of that car. So, yeah, I think we've got colors flying on the side of the 22, and he's going to have to restart this one at the rear. 8 laps going to be complete. The running order up front has changed. The 56 of Dyer now leads Austin McGlone with car number 41. As we are nose to tail, we go back under the green flag. 4 laps remain.
Green flags are out here. Hammers are down. The 50X. The 41 there, looking to his inside. The 31, Chris Tucker. Flag back on the Speedway.
Pretty quick right there. We didn't get a whole lap complete there under green, but we put down 9 laps on the scoreboard. Yellow, yellow, yellow again. A rough one here in LCQ number 2, and we'll put the eye in the sky back out there. And I'm sure Todd has another story yet to tell.
Number 4, Peyton Stevenson gets into the side number 16 machine. 16, and then 4 goes around. Unfortunately, because Brooks Tramiel had nowhere to go, because those 2 cars got collected directly in front of him. Yellow comes out. Not sure who they're gonna call that. That's why we like the admins doing their job out here.
Yes.
VLR does a fantastic job. That's why we don't have to make the call in the announcer booth, so nobody can throw sticks and stones and beer bottles and everything else. We don't need that, so we'll let the admins do the calling. But definitely some contact there. 3 cars involved.
Yeah, we've been on both ends of that before, and I think
We
the
can
more
throw
safer.
full beers up here.
Oh, well, preferably full and not open.
Correct.
You know, a can maybe. May have to let it sit a little bit because you don't want to open it right away and they throw it at you, but that could go bad wrong. But you know what? A cold beer on a Monday night doesn't sound too terribly bad right now. I guess the normal work week would kind of commence and continue, but it's anything but normal right now in the world. As we are back through some green flag racing, 9 laps complete. Dyer and McClone. That's our top 2 as we head into turn 1.
9 laps in,
Chaos.
3 to go.
We got more chaos.
I'm just going to not talk during this one. Every time I talk, somebody goes yellow.
Oh, it gets even better. You start picking winners one day, you'll see how much an announcer's curse really sucks. Like that right, Todd?
Oh, yes, the 22
Again?
Randy Cornwall. Cornwall this time.
Okay.
So it's a bad night for the double deuces.
Yes.
And the 9 makes contact, and they come back across, they collect everybody, and they just all pile in. All of them.
Yeah, sometimes a parking lot ensues. They don't have nowhere to go. I think we have all seen that in a racetrack near you before, and that's how we're doing here in LCQ number 3. So, but I'm going to let you talk here before we get back to racing. Maybe you can shake that jinx this time. So, if you talk, maybe they'll wreck on the pace lap. That's been known to happen.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Drive all right into the wall under the pace lap.
Well, we've done that before. Ain't that right, Todd?
Yeah, definitely seen that. I've seen a lot of wrecking on pace laps. Definitely.
I've wrecked on pace laps before, so yeah, it can happen.
That's why my butt plays in a simulation, but I still reckon a pace lap. So that is why they put a guy like me up here in the booth, tell me to stay as far away from a race car as I possibly can. Sometimes I stay as far away from the bike as I possibly can, get myself in trouble. Well, let's go back. Part of the green flag now, a green-white checker to settle this one. Brad Dyer and Austin McClone, they'll lead the way once again, nose to tail, into turn number 3.
Nose to tail indeed. The 56 Brad Dyer hold on to that top line down there in turns 3 and 4, 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 is running a little bit higher.
That's working for him outside right now as he'll exit turn number 4. That's a checker flag in the air. We're going to end this one. Give the 56 of Brad Dyer and Austin McClone. They'll get the 2 transfer spots. Chris Tucker, Josh Peacock, Darren Litterall, Ryan Cole Wilson, Drew Collins, Brooks Trammell, Tim Bushes, Sam Seawright, Jamie Pritchett, Randy Cornwell. That's the list of names that will not see our 50-lap main event. So we are through 2 LCQs. We got 1 more, 2 more drivers to transfer onto our 50-lap main event. Who are they going to be? Keys.
Well, the starting lineup of this here last chance qualifier. I'm going to go with something like this. 4 car, Justin Norwood starting on the pole. The 01, Peyton Freeman starting second. 101, Aaron Brumbelow starting third. The 33 of Evan C. starting 4th. The 15, Tanner Folds starting 5th. Going away in the 6th spot, the number 5 car of Derek Hiltner, Going away in 7th, the 71 of Richard Spar. The 37 of Timothy Smith, going to go away 8th. Dalton Benfield in the 9th position in the number 8 car. The 54 of Austin Smith, going to go away 10th. Starting in number 11 position, the 94 of Christian Strobel. The 26 of Christopher Story is in 12th, and rounding out your 13 car field is going to be Lee Rogers in the 84.
Little field there, LCQ number 3. I'm looking over to the Facebook Live chat. It is certainly busy, and we've seen some crazy stuff in the chat, but I've never seen the words, Todd, let's flip someone. I see that go through the chat. That's almost makes me laugh, but we don't really want to flip somebody, do we?
I don't know who we're flipping here tonight.
Not sure.
Do we want to see a long roof surf here tonight? I think we had
Ooh.
one earlier, but
Yeah.
can we have a longer one?
Be hard to top, I tell you, but the best way to get that, put me in a race car. I bet you we can do some things you probably never think you've seen before. Let's go under the RacingGuyFlag.com. Green flag, Justin Norwood, Peyton Freeman. That's going to be our first throw as we exit turn 2.
Norwood Freeman going to lead him around Speedway. Side by side, we got the '33 car there of Evan C. starting to sneak up there in the third session. Give the Peyton Freeman a little bit of run for his money, trying to sneak on the inside. Freeman on the top side of the Speedway. Yellow flag. Here I go again on the Speedway.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. First one, an LCQ number 1. I tell you, buddy, it sometimes follows us, but we inherited the Healer yellow flag out to Budweiser. We're happy to have here aboard at the Full Velocity Racing Network tonight as we run around for the first yellow flag of LCQ number 3, and it looks like Timothy Smith may be the subject of this one, Todd.
Car number 22. Car number 22, which is actually Timothy Smith. He parked it about perfectly into the corner there, Phil. I mean, like a glove. Take that terminology there from Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Like a glove. Seriously, he fit that in there like a glove. If you watch it back, Phil, you'll understand what I'm saying.
Fits in there like a glove. All right. Well,
Finkel and Einhorn. Finkel and Einhorn.
Oh no.
Laces out.
Oh no. It's like the best one-liner like ever right there too. So you start throwing those out. They may stick with me all night long. So you guys may want to separate because I know we're going to be on the airwaves a couple of different times here this evening. So Finkel and Einhorn. Finkel and Einhorn. You're going to be dancing with the chair now. We're going to make the chair squeak. You asked for it.
Get some WD-40 for that chair.
We were shopping for a new chair. Just haven't picked one out yet. Not one to my liking. But we exit turn number 4. Let's return under some green flag racing. Now 3 laps complete. Justin Norwood, Peyton Freeman, Evan Say, Aaron Brumbelow, Richard Spar. That's our top 5. But we race it up for third over in turn 3.
Way down on the bottom side, making a move. Evan C. taking my position number 2 away from Peyton Freeman. And that powerful 33 car, he found a little something down low. He's looking now to the inside of the 4 car, your leader, but we've got the 101 of Aaron Brumley. Looks like he's taking a liking to the bottom side, looking at the inside of the number 2 car. Keep by making the halfway shuffles back. He's battling side by side. Peyton Freeman and Aaron Brumbelow battling it out for positions 3 and 4, but your leaders, Justin Norwood and Evan City, just kind of hanging out front.
They're doing a good job running at the top 2 as we exit number 4 halfway home. We got a couple of cars together, and we got a yellow flag on the Speedway. And I hear Todd give that chuckle. I know something is definitely happening. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Second time in LCQ number 3 on lap number 7. So halfway home on this one. Put Todd back to work. I like hearing Todd's voice. He's always got good things to say.
I don't know if I got a good thing to say about this, but besides the brake pedal is on. I better not. Just hit the brake pedal when you're spinning out. Just hit the brake pedal and make sure you don't continue down the track. Unfortunately, Peyton Freeman could not find it quick enough. Down the track he goes after getting spun by the Brumbelow 101 machine. I think that was a disagreement of space. That could have been a little bit of racing deal. Comes right back down in front of it. Looks like the number 29 machine. We're going to make just double check, make sure. It might have been even Lee Rogers. It was Lee Rogers at number 84 there, Phil. So tough break as Lee was minding his own business, and then all of a sudden his car comes smack down in front of him.
That's what happened to the greatest sim races, I think, of a car wrecked, and if
Don't forget the brakes.
down the hill. Got the brake pedal. That brake pedal is usually on the left, or they say it's that big fat one in the middle. It's your friend. I've heard. I know this from a pavement guy. You hit that pedal, the car usually slows down. Usually, nobody's going to slow down now, my boys, because we're going green flag racing.
Green flag's back out. Hammers are back down. That's for a fact. That's the throttle pedal, the one on the right. 4 car, Justin Norwood. He's out there to a lead there. Evan C. The 33 car right there on his back bumper, trying to find himself in this feature for tonight. 101, Aaron Brumbelow really throwing it hard down to the bottom side of the Speedway, trying to get up there and pass the Evan C 33 for this last chance qualifier, last qualifying position.
It's a good race back
we got
there.
some slow traffic right in front of your leaders.
Well, we certainly do. One car to the low side. Looks like the 21 car going to get out of the way of our 4-car Justin Norwood. He's going to lead him off to number 4 with the 2 to go. Signal in the air. Pops to the 6 are down. 2 more trips around. We get a race for the lead. Evans stays to the low side. Race for the lead down the back chute.
Side by side going into turn number 3. Coming out of 4 now. Side by side. On the high side is Justin Norwood. Evan Seed on the bottom side. According to the time, we're clicking back and forth. Who's in front? Who's behind? Here we go. What's going to be?
The 3 and 4. Checkered flag going to go in the air. Who is going to take the win at LCQ number 3? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Thank gosh for transponders tonight.
.007.
That's a record.
Evan Say over Justin Norwood. They take the 2 transfer spots. You can't get closer than that.
No.
Wow.
I've seen 5,000 of a second, but I mean, I don't care. 5 versus 7, that's still pretty dang close.
That's faster
Great
than
finish.
you can count.
Sure is.
Man.
Oh, it's a lot higher than I can count, too. I'll tell you that much. Evan Say take the win over Justin Norwood. So that'll do it for our LCQs and our qualifying. That means we got a few minutes of warm-up ahead there. I'm not sure if we have commercials or stuff we're going to play there, Todd. So I'm going to throw it over to you. You know where you're steering the ship to next.
Oh, I do know where I'm steering the ship to. We're going to send it down trackside for Dirty Grass Soul, Kevin Tedman, for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Gotta thank Kevin Denman and Dirty Grass Soul with the playing of our national anthem. Thank Charlie Miller, Miller Media Design, for putting that video package together for us here live. on the Full Velocity Racing Network with the Southern All-Stars. Going to thank Core Motorsports for being the presenting sponsor on this one as well. Going to thank them. Dwayne Keith, who I can't wait to get on the call over here on the network. He wants to follow his Monday and Thursday series around, so we will get his mic and stuff working, because I'll tell you what, you like what we do on the network, but he is going to fit in really well. It's really excited, really great to have a guy like Bud Weiser alongside as well, the voice of the After Motorsport Park, to fill the cast and Todd Stanton getting ready for a 50-lap main event. He's winning this chicken quick over on the warm-up, which is watching these guys run around. The more they run this track and practice their time, the more they're going to wear on this racetrack.
Yeah, they're definitely going to wear it out here. You're going to start seeing these guys slip slide around here at the International Speedway. You can start seeing some of the grooves starting to rumble up just a tad. Then we'll see how this is going to all play out. As these guys have been watching, like Blake Cannon, or not Blake Cannon, Blake Cannon last year, but the 127 Blake Jules right now. Definitely watching him go around the track. You know, he's won many of races here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Just kind of keeping him in there. Let's take a look at Zach Leonardi, how he's going around the track too. Former World Outlaw late model champion too, Leonardi in his own respect there, working the bottom of the speedway. So a lot of these guys is trying some different things out. Right there is Dylan Wilson too, in car number 80.
Big money players in this one as well, guys like Dylan Hauser. If there was a cash race happening in the early part of 2020 and 2019, the Deuce was right there contending for it. Running for money here tonight as well. Part of the series, look for Hayden Cardwell, the most recent winner of the Spring Fling. Him and Davin Cardwell, two Cardwells really quick here tonight as well. So we got some tremendous speed in the house, and we are happy to have you aboard the Full Velocity Racing Network. And great to welcome back to Bud Weiser in here with the team there these next couple of weeks until hopefully we get back racing for real. But I don't know, you see it every Friday night over at Afton. How's the excitement here from iRacing? Kind of translate to what we see out there on the real dirt tracks we have.
Well, to be honest with you, there's some pretty good action on this iRacing gig. Obviously, it's not the same. You can't feel the roar, the thumping of the engines in your chest. You can't smell the fuel, but I tell you, racing action is here on iRacing. There's just look at the finish of that last B-main we had there, 0.007 of a second. That's racing right there. It's looking at a dirt track.
It really is, and we're going to see a doozy here for a main event. Just waiting for the button to be pushed over. As I hear they're working the outside lane of the racetrack, so they are getting ready to walk it over. It sounds like about 60 seconds away. We'll click it over. It'll be time for a 50-lap main event. So appreciate all the support, all the love we're getting out there live via the Facebook Live chats, wherever you may be watching from. And YouTube's got a great audience tonight as well. Twitch TV's out there with a couple of stragglers also. So great to have you all aboard on your source for esports racing as we get ready to rock and roll 50 laps around the Lanier National Speedway.
I sure do appreciate the opportunity you guys bring me on here to do this. It sure has been a lot of fun, learning experience. I would definitely take on any more that you guys want to invite me in for.
A lot of it. We will keep you plenty busy these next 2 weeks for sure. But Todd, let me throw it to you before our starting lineup. Get some great sponsors we're going to thank you tonight.
I found my sheet of paper that I printed off there, Phil, so I apologize to these sponsors that I didn't get them out enough. You can beat me over the head later or whatever you want to do, but got to thank the title sponsor here of the Southern Dirt Series here, definitely Southern All-Star Dirt Racing Series, the esports version of it. Got to thank the title sponsor, Core Suspension Technologies. Also got to thank the presenting sponsor, contingency sponsor, iRace Wraps by Michael Joseph Elliott, then also contingency sponsor CC Graphics by Christopher Clanton. And definitely a special thanks to event Fast Time Award sponsors, Racers Helping Racers. Chris Story, one of those guys that come aboard here, is the warm-up session hits 00, all the way across to all the zeros, I should say here. We're about ready to get this feature underway here, and we're going to go right into the 3D Racing starting lineup live from the Lanier National Speedway. Starting out in the pole, driving car number 16 from D1RT, that is Grant Riles, and out of Slick Slim Motorsports, that is the number 2 of Dylan Hauser, rolling off position number 2.
Inside row number 2 with car number 127 of Blake Majulison, alongside with car number 02. That'll be Craig Sports.
Starting at row number 3, the 24 of Zach Leonhardi, to his outside the 7 car of Hayden Cardwell.
Inside row number 4, Davin Cardwell aboard the Speed Shift TV number 07, and Kevin Tedman from Turning Grass Soul in car number 0, rolling off position number 8.
Slick Sim Motorsports bring us car number 25 of Zach McSwayman, alongside the D1RT car number 1 of Austin Carr.
Starting in 11th position, the 80 car of Dylan Wilson. To his outside, the 014 Trent Beaver.
Inside row number 7 in the 13th starting spot. That'll be Devin Morgan aboard the number 112. And Trevor Fitz, the T1RT, number 28, rolling off 14th.
Car number 42 will start off 15th this evening. That is Jordan Casey, and alongside the Enigma with car number 07, Howard Weaver, starting 16th.
Don't know if we lost Broad, but
Here I are.
There
Sorry.
you are.
19 to Jade Place. In the 74, Blake Brown. Starting 18th and 19th.
All right, then you got Brad Dyer, Evan Say, Jesse Enerkin, Austin McGlone, Justin Norwood round out your 20-car field here. The Lanier National Speedway. You can now wait for these guys to lock and load fill. Lanier going to put on one well, boys. A star-studded field here for the Southern Dirt All-Stars. Yeah.
Southern All-Stars Dirt Esports Division, they're calling you here tonight.
Yes.
These super
I
late models.
apologize.
I think I got that one right. I seen it come across my feed a couple times today, so I think I got it right. We go under the racingguy.com, green flag, Brent Riles and Dylan Hauser. They're going to be door-to-door racing, going to lead off to number 2. We're losing Bud's transmission or not. I'm not hearing him behind. I'm starting to fear that I may be following myself all the way out. So it
I'm
doesn't happen.
sorry. My bad. We got the 127 of Blake. O'Dare Julius running first here. The 16 of Grant Riles running second. The 2 car. Dylan Hauser right there for third. You got a side-by-side battle for fourth. With Zach Leonard and David Caldwell. Craig Schwartz now up to fifth.
Good racing going on there. Oh, it was getting good right in that middle from 5th to 8th on back. They were really starting to get after it 3 deep back there. But we have our first yellow flag on the Speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow. First one of the evening, our 50-lap main event. It falls on lap 3, puts Todd's fingers back to work. Our first is a replay of our main event, Todd. What do we find?
Well, a good place to watch was the Hunter front. Jesse Enerkin did not make the grid here, so we watched Trevor Fitz, and something happened to Trevor Fitz to make him go around here. He was running rather well, was Fitz. And then all of a sudden it looked like contact being made on Fitz's machine. Make sure I get the right person. Keeps scrolling away here with Trevor Fitz. It makes me look like a darn rookie here tonight.
That's my
rookie.
Scrolling really fast.
Yeah, that's why you keep losing me. I'm trying to keep track of what's going on my screen here and names and whatnot, and it just keeps scrolling and popping. I can't get it to lockdown.
It's just hijinks. I don't understand what's going on here. It's the hijinks of everything, and I tried to chase these guys up the screen, and they're just not fast enough. But we know Trevor Fitz was involved in that one, so the car number 28 around in the knot. And we'll get back to green flag racing here in just a few moments. Can't chase down Trevor Fitz. He's just too fast on the replay, too.
Now, I chased down a story, though, and I got a developing story here off the initial start of the race. Well, 2 drivers missed the start, Zachary Swaim and Jesse Enerkin, so they get waved around back to the lead lap, and I think that was one of those precursors of that, they forwarded the session with about 1 minute and 30 seconds left after a 10-minute session. I think it caught everybody by surprise because we lost 2 really good rockets, McSwaim and Enerkin, but the good news is they'll tack onto the rear. They'll be back in the lead lap. They'll stay on it. We only have 2 laps complete.
2 laps in, 48 to go.
They have waved off the restart, I believe, once or twice now, but I believe this one may be the money. The lights are out around the Speedway. Administration saying, yep, guys, this is the one. Get it all gridded up. We got Blake Majulis, Grant Riles on the front row, Dylan Hauser, Zach Leonardi, Craig Schwartz, David Cardwell, Hayden Cardwell, Dylan Wilson, Austin Carr, Jordan Casey going to be our top 10. We return as green flag racing. 3 laps complete.
Green flag is out. Hammers are back on 127 Blake out there out in the front. 16 to Grant Riles running second, the 2 car. Dylan Hauser looking to the inside of the 16 for position number 2. The 0-2 around in a knot right there in front of your field. Doesn't seem to collect too often many cars. The yellow is out on the Speedway.
That was the 0-2 of Craig Schwartz was running in the 4th spot. Something happening there. They were getting after it, and tough to tell where I was watching from if there was contact there involved or not. I know the right guy to tell us that story. Mr. Stanton's down there in the booth ready to rock and roll.
Just ready to rock and roll. Looking to see if we can catch up with that, Phil. Is definitely you said that yellow flag came out, was right around Greg Schwartz here in car number 02. He drifts up the track here, and we're watching the number 02 machine and 24 Zach Leonardi. It looks like maybe that bubble around the car there, good old net code. As the 24 really not that close to him, but he gets into the back of the 02 of Greg Schwartz, and it causes a big chain reaction behind him.
Net code.
Yes. Don't have that at the local tracks, but we have it here.
No, and you know what else we have here that you do have to look with dirt tracks sometimes? So, a Ute tire. The good news is you look around Lanier, Todd, where do you see a Ute tire? You don't see one in the infield. That's why Lanier Robles brings us good racing. We're going to get butt to this argument, I'm telling you. We're going to have a good debate.
I love those
yellow
tires.
Flags. Want to get butt with a big bunch of
jumpy
rain.
start there. Two-car looking to the inside before the green flag, but we got the green flags back out. Hammers are back down. 127. Blake out there out front with 16 Grant Reynolds right there on his bumper. That two-car running the low side. Dylan Hauser really trying to find something on that low side. Let's see if we can get a good run going here. Let him race for just a little bit.
Watching a couple different stories developing here. Davin Cardwell with his number 07. He's up to the outside lane of the Speedway, making it work. Dylan Wilson, number 80 car with D1RT machine. He is down to the low side. Two of the best going at it for the 4 spot. Now throwing Caden Cardwell to the 7 car. They were just about 3 deep there for 5th off of 2.
Definitely some good racing going on. The beat and bang, a little touching going on back there in the pack. All out front though, as Blake Mojulis in that 127 machine. The 2-car now looking back to the inside. Hauser looking inside of Riles, still trying to get away with that position number 2, and we are yellow again on the Speedway.
Yellow, yellow, yellow for the second time in the main event. Now 8 laps going to be completely slow them on back down again. Stack the field all back together. Yellow, yellow, yellow around the Lanier National Speedway. Who gets it back into the fold, and we'll bring Todd back into the conversation. Todd, what is the reasoning here for yellow flag number 2 of our main event?
Looks like Hayden Cardwell and that number 7 machine going around over there, and it looks like Davin Cardwell getting into the side of Hayden, and then the 68 comes and kind of gets into him too, as Davin comes to a complete stop over there in the corner. It was enough to bring out a yellow flag. Also the 16 got involved there in a later incident, but Davin Cardwell and Hayden Cardwell get together. Not a lot of contact there though, but there was enough there to make him go sideways.
Enough, and it was enough to put the yellow hanky back over the field. Now 8 laps complete, and having some fun here with the gang of the Southern All-Star Series. Thank all the great sponsors they brought aboard here tonight. No, Todd's got a long list of them, and none of it possible without great sponsors. We have many as well. We'll thank here before we go off the air with this one. We get ready to lock and load. 8 laps complete. Off to number 4, iRacingIFlag.com. Bring terms to the airwaves. Blake Majulis and Grant Riles going to lead them down to number 1.
We got one on top of another back there in the field. Didn't quite see who it was, but somebody rode the ramp up the front of one of these late models. They're shaped like a wedge, and if you get them just right, they will ride on top of one another.
Sure did, and I saw it was a white car. It was tough to tell what white car it was, but we definitely got a couple together in a round, and run away our 3rd caution flag of the main event. Now 9 laps going up on the Full Velocity Racing Network scoreboard, so slow it down again. I'm keeping Todd. We're keeping Todd really busy tonight. What do we got?
Something to do.
That's right. All right, we are looking around. It is definitely getting slick in the back. It was, not sure who they tagged that one with, but yellow definitely on the Speedway. We're going to return to green flag now as we get up to number 4, iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air. Let's start lap number 10. Blake Mitchell is going to lead the way. They were pretty much, they were doubled up, but great run there. That starter has all the advantage on a restart. I'll tell you what, hits down loud, pedal down. Mitchell will lead the field up.
The 80 Dylan Wilson looking down to the inside of the 16 of Grant Riles now, trying to get that position number 3 away. Looking like he's got a little bit more control, a little more speed on the bottom side of the Speedway, trying to inch his way by, but he's blinking out a little bit on my feet.
He is on mine as well, and that makes it very interesting when you're running around this joint, Lanier, at 14 and a half seconds a lap. A car blinking out to your inside is probably not the most, party feeling, I guess you would say, most content feeling you can have as a race car driver. With Wilson's connection holding steady for now, he will run third, but Jules will lead the way. But Dylan Hauser, the Dukes, starting to peek over the inside lane as this track begins to both a little tad bit revolution here as we now put 13 laps complete.
Track definitely seems to be going through some changes straight out the top side. The bottom side seem to be working. The middle of the track, not quite so much, but guys sliding up across to catch that upper berm. 127 to Blake Majula out there out front. The top 2 cars just about put a blanket out underneath him, and they're kind of running away with it just a little bit.
Got trouble in the back straightaway. Yellow flag going on the Speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I didn't see the contact, but the administration, as they always are, right on top of all that's going on. His eyes has fixed themselves all over the place here of a good field. Third yellow flag of the main event now on lap number 14, as I believe the chat is quiet for the time being. I guess that means I probably could throw this thing back to Todd. He will bring it up. A full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. It's been a busy evening. I believe it was the Cardwell number 7 that was around. I think it was a green car. Yeah, do you see the 56 over there as well? So, yep, two really good cars around it or not. And yeah, there was.
Green flags back out. Side by side down into turn number 1. Majula's out there for the lead. The 2 car. Hauser, he's looking to the inside now. See if Majulis closes the door. He tries to right there, but they're side by side coming off the corner now. The 80D coming up to the rear, as well as the 1 car of Austin Carr. They're running third. We got ourselves some battling going on here in the front of the pack.
We certainly do. Good race going on for the lead between Majulis and Hauser. Wilson and Carr having a really spirited race for the 3rd spot. 1 car up to the high lane. 80 car of Dylan Wilson. Down low, that's a pair of D1RT teammates. Also ranking the 42 car of Jordan Casey. That same team running 3 through 5. Good race going on as we enter turn number 3.
Haven't seen that 33 make his way up through the field. Didn't he come through one of our last chance qualifiers?
Sure did.
He definitely is fast. I'm watching that. He's making his way up through, making bacon, as they say.
Bacon. I like bacon.
Yeah, me with my food analogies, I guess.
Make us hungry. You've spent too much time with Leon.
I think so.
Wow, I'm going to leave that one there. Wow.
He likes his food too. Leon does.
We like our food and the announcers food, yes. That's for sure. Oh, the 33 a little while. They're touching their life to retire of the 42 of Jordan Casey.
They're getting after it. 433 of Evan Say. Jordan Casey's in there. Austin Carr, the 1 car in the mix as well. Good racing going on for third on back. Blake Mitchell up front is beginning to extend his advantage a little bit, per se, I guess you could say, over the Dylan show. Hauser and Wilson running in third, but what was a couple of seconds ago, a couple of car lengths, well, it's extended almost 1/2 a second, but Jules leading out as Hauser brings it back to 2 car lengths. Do we have a race for the lead brewing down in turn 1?
Possibly. Let's see how they race. Not quite going to happen, I'm not thinking. So Jocelyn going back there for 3, 4, and 5. You got the 80D of Dylan Wilson. Jordan Casey and Evan C. They keep battling back and forth for 4th and 5th.
It's a great race of 4th and 5th. 2 really good rockets right there. 33 and the 42. Evan Say, as you said, he did come from the LCQ. Started 21st in the 24-car main event. Now running up in the 4th spot. Jordan Casey started deep in the field as well. He started 15th. He runs in the top 5. So that's 2 of the really best that we see on a weekly basis. We come over to VLR. They are putting on a clinic field this evening. We're all chasing the race to the Blake Majulis, Dylan Hauser, Dylan Wilson, Evan Say, Jordan Casey. They run nose tail 1 through 5. There's good racing going on behind them for about 8th and 9th on back. You find Kevin Denman in the mix with Trevor Fitz, Devin Morgan, Grant Riles. Grant started on the pole with number 16. He's had a consistent little black next line here for the first half of this one.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be putting it in reverse just a little bit, kind of not making forward motion like you're supposed to in these races. We'll see, maybe his car will hook up a little bit more as the track slicks off just a little bit, but it's not looking good. Everybody's kind of hugging the bottom back through the pack there after the first 4 or 5 cars. Got a bit of a train going on. Side by side there for 3 and 4, we got the 33 of C and the 40, or excuse me, the 80 of Dylan Wilson. Looks like C's going to be the victorious one in that little battle.
Evan's a cool customer as well. Former iRacing world champion in his own right behind the wheel of car number 33. Knows how to get it done. He's always a heavy hitter. Anytime we see that 33 car in the pit area, he runs third to a very game challenger up front. Blake Majulis, a former world champion in his own right. Dylan Hauser, the number 2. Shane Wilson, Casey. That's our top 5. Racing back here for, what are we saying, 6th or 7th on back. I was even back to the back part of the top 10. Racetrack right now, everybody all hugged to the low side. We got 20 laps remaining next time by.
I just lost Wilson off on both of my screens. He dropped right down to the bottom of everything. I don't see him on the feed. There he is.
Christmas tree.
It's a good one, though. It really is.
Looking like we got some lap traffic coming up here for the leaders in the form of the 4 car.
I'm doing what I normally do in one of these races. We stretch out under green up. They're all single file, basically from first all the way back to about 13th or 14th. I'm back here, all the way back, 8 seconds off the race lead. Look for a couple of drivers, maybe racing close, give us a good picture to show. And that's what I'm finding. We see Howard Weaver back here. The 07 versus double knock 7 of Jacob Fields. They now back running nose to tail. That was good racing going on in the back, running for 13th on back. You got the likes of Trent Bieber, Zach McSwain, a guy who we know is really quick. Was slid to start with the 5th in this one. Missed the start, had to come from the rear. 25 car certainly quick, but there's no slouches here at VLR on a Monday night now, is there?
No, there's definitely not a lot of slouches out there. It's 127 of Leighton Jules right now, showing the way here. Definitely through this lap traffic. We'll see if Dylan Hauser going to be able to capitalize on that as they put Norwood down, Justin Norwood down a lap here to the rear. Looks like Austin McGlone going to be the next car to go a lap down. And then you got even the Hunt to front, Jesse Henrikin getting threatened to go a lap down. And you got the 33 of Evan Say. He's pulling up alongside. That number 2 is, the moving pick over there. McGlone had to check the 33 up. Now it looks like Hauser going to go up through the middle. These guys going through the middle. They split the difference between lap cars. Now 127 of Blake Majules leading here. But here comes the number 2 of Dylan Hauser and the 33 of Evan Say. He's been lighting the world on fire.
He certainly has. They've been just juking and jiving through the lap cars, but McCloy and Enrican right in the middle of this race for what is happening now for the lead. And Majulis will lead the way. Hauser is through the traffic, as is Evan Say with these top 3, but they've come right nose to tail within a half a car length of each other. Calls a 3-way race for lead down the back chute.
Absolutely, 3-way race for lead. Way they went through all that lap traffic together like that. They are some good racers right here for sure. We are watching a battle unfold. There's 39 laps in. My math, that tells me there's 11 to go. If you're going to do something, now is the time to do it. They got clear that little bunch of lap traffic. I can't quite tell. I don't think there's too much in front of them at the moment.
For the most part, clear racetrack does sit ahead. I do see Brad Thayer's car up ahead there. Blake Brown, Zach Leonardi, number 24, a guy I think we expected to contend for a win. He may be in danger of falling down the lap in these closing laps as we have 10 laps remaining. Blake Majulis beginning to open up that advantage again, calling almost a full second between himself and Hauser, and him and Evan Say. This race for second is a dandy 33 car back to the low side. It's great.
Evan Say definitely looking every chance he can to try to get around that 2 car, Dylan Hauser, for that number 2 position. Like you say, that 127 Ray Majulis, he is right out there. He's trying to run away and hide with this thing, get as far away as possible. 42.88 to go.
8 laps remain in our main event here tonight from the Lanier National Speedway. Summit All-Star Dirt Series. Great to come out here with Dwayne Keith and the guys. Looking forward to getting Dwayne up here on the mic with us. It's, big fan of his work. Looking forward to what he's going to bring here to Full Velocity over these next couple of months. We kind of all sit in a quiet, still mode, waiting for these racetracks to open back up again, get the engines roaring, and we have them on full display. Now 44 laps going to go complete this time around. Blake Majulis, 0.7 of a second lead now over the 33 and the 2 car. Hauser would say they continue to go to battle. They have switched their second spot a couple of times.
Been watching them battling back and forth. Say's trying to get a little bit on the bottom side, but that middle of that track's really starting to slick off, and I don't think he can quite get the grip to get by him on the bottom, but he keeps trying every time. He keeps that car cornered around. Timing out the corner every time he needs to. It's a good race.
It really is. And the start of this, put those 5 fingers down. 5 laps around the 3/8 mile for the driver of car number 127, Blake Machulis will lead him off of car number 4. Good race been going on back here for second between the deuce of Dylan Hauser, the 33 of Evan Say, running second and third. Dylan Wilson, Jordan Casey with the number 42. That is our top 5 running out of time. Can anybody run down Blake Machulis? They got 3 more laps to get it done.
Lap traffic becoming a factor again for your leader, the 127. Blake Machulis coming up on the 74. In lap traffic here, let's see if it slows him down enough in his last couple laps to make anything happen with Dylan Hauser. Hauser now up to the top side of the speedway. See, looking to the bottom side, down to his inside. 127's down on the inside of the lap traffic. Makes it around.
My goodness, this is getting really good here through the traffic. Machulis now going to see the white flag in the air, and we had a big wreck.
Car around right in front of the leader. Leader just missed him.
Yellow on the speedway as we were coming to the white flag, Todd. That was getting hairy there through the lap traffic. That was going to be interesting for the win. Now we're going to bring a green-white checker in to settle this one tonight. Holy smokes, but go back and revisit that replay there. Somebody wrecked right in front of the race leader.
Said it looked like the 07 machine. That was a Speed Shift TV. Devin Cardwell around. He hit the front insert to the wall, right in front of the leader there, and then some more contact between Blake Brown and Trent Beaver. But the 07 of Devin Cardwell hits the exit, I should say, that little hole in the wall up on the top shelf of the speedway through 3 and 4, Phil. He hits it right there. Just barely tags it right in front of the leader.
In, got stuck up there, and he may as well back out of the pit area because it looks like Devin Cardwell's night's going to be done with his number 07. So put us back under yellow. If this one couldn't get any more exciting there, bud, green, white checker to settle in.
Boy.
This is going to be a good time.
Let me tell you, this is going to be good because every restart's been a good, close battle. Here they go. Pace truck's in. Green flag is out. Hammers are down. 127, Blake Machulis leading the pack. Followed closely by Dylan Hauser. Way to the top shelf goes Blake Machulis, giving Hauser just a little bit of run off the bottom. But the momentum carried by running that top side seems to be working so far. It's going to be all on dash to the finish.
Yeah, 1 lap to go. White flag in the air for Blake Machulis as he exits turn number 1 and 2 to the outside lane. Hauser the deuce. He will look to the low side as we enter into turn number 3 and 4. Machulis drives it in deep. We'll see if he'll not sell it cheap as he's off the corner. Check in the air. Blake Machulis will take down the win in Lanier over Dylan Hauser, Evan Say, Dylan Wilson. Jordan Casey will round out our top 5 with Austin Carr, Kevin Dedman, Grant Riles, Trevor Fitch, Jacob Fields will finish up in the top 10 with Devin Morgan, Greg Swartz, Howard Weaver, Shane Blake, Zach McSwain. That's our top 15 with Zach Leonardi, Trent Beaver, Blake Brown, Jesse Entrican, Justin Norwood rounding out our top 20, 21st for Austin McLone. Davin Cardwell, Brad Dyer, Hayden Cardwell, 24 cars. That was pretty dang exciting right there. Big win. Blake Machulis holds off some of the very best here this evening.
What a race.
Certainly was. We will talk to these drivers next on the post-race show presented by BladeNo.com. Paul, hope you'll take the plunge with us here as well, live on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live inside the Lanier National Speedway, the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show brought to you by Bladeno.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. Check them out today over at Bladeno.com for your web hosting needs, a VPS server, a dedicated server. They are great dudes. They will take great care of you in a great race here at Lanier where Blake Majulis takes down the win over Dylan Hauser. In our third place finish, let's bring to the conversation now the driver of car number 33, Mr. Evan Say. Evan, one hell of a ride for you tonight. Came to the LCQ, started 21st, drove up to the top three. Then you and Hauser, great race for second there those last 20 laps, man. Tell us about that ride.
Yeah, I knew we had a fast car. It was just going to be a matter of, not getting any damage so we could take it up to the front there. And I think we had about, I felt like about 30 laps there with green. And yeah, I knew if we could just stay smooth and, doors would open up for us down low, we could get around people and move up to the front there. And I felt like we had a car to beat. It was just, pretty difficult to pass once the bottom started to go away a little bit towards the end.
That is really peculiar. What we've seen here these last few updates with Lanier, a place that we normally knew for a while. You could really run the middle, the top, but the low side here recently, it's been dominant here early, but it's really starting to go away. It really brings the great drivers up to the top of the heap, doesn't it? When that bottom lane goes away, this place gets slick, and you guys really have to rim ride and wheel these cars around.
Oh, yeah, this is one of the, I would say, slickest tracks on iRacing. Even when it's tacky, it really doesn't have a whole lot of grip, it feels like. So you got to make sure you have a lot of bite in your setup and, choosing gear right, because if you're off on the gear, you're just be, out to dry during the race towards the end of it. So you just kind of got to hit everything right on the setup and also be smooth and, not get any damage, because that'll definitely slow you down on a slick track like Lanier.
Well, it was really fun to watch you charge up to the field here tonight from the back part of the field. 21st up to third, Evan. That is a great night of work. Let me give you the mic here one more time. Let you thank your great team and your sponsors behind this race car.
Yeah, I just got to thank all the guys at Team VLR, FTP, Kevin Dedman, his band, Dirty Grass Soul, Iris and I Flag, Jim Emery at Next Level Designs for the paints, Captain Ben Morgan, and thank y'all for doing this broadcast and Southern All-Star Series putting on this race.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch this series over the next couple of Monday nights. Car number 33, Evan Say, a third place run here in Lanier. Let's let him walk to it, and we will walk further down here. Let me see. Don't want to move everybody around. What am I doing here? Don't know how I did that, but I moved almost everybody. There we go. Let's get our second place finisher now with the deuce. Car number 2, Dylan Hauser. Dylan, a great second place finisher. I thought for a little while you were going to have something to take the Majulis. You got some late race restarts. Couldn't do nothing with them. That car was certainly fast. Tell us about your ride out there for 50 laps.
Yeah, we were just set up for the slick there at the beginning and just weren't really good enough to compete with him. So he was good all night, and he's really good at running that slider line, and I was set up to run the seam. So he was just a little bit better. I thought we were going to get him a lap traffic there, but cars didn't play out and actually allowed him to pull away a little bit. So we'll take second. Good run. We'll move on and see what we can do next week.
Tell us about that run through the lap traffic. There was almost 2 complete times. You guys had to run your way through. He had almost gained a full second on you at one point. You guys caught the lap cars. He had the slope to miss him. You and Evan come up on through there and made a really good 3-car race there late in the going for the lead. But tell us about that challenge of coming up through the lap traffic and trying to keep your nose clean and also stay fast enough to chase down the race leader.
Yeah, we just tried staying smooth with the lap traffic and pinpoint them where they were going to go and just try to capitalize on it. But we didn't. And then, I don't know. We really weren't that dialed in tonight. We got to get the car a little better on these little tracks. I think we're really good on the half miles and 3/8 and stuff, but second's good against this competition. I mean, this wheel was stacked tonight, so we'll take it. Qualified second, ran second in the feature. Can't really complain. Blake drove an excellent race, so we'll just move on. We'll keep working, and I've been struggling lately, so it's good to get a good run.
For a guy like you to say you're struggling, being as competitive as you are with some of the top talent out there night after night, Dylan, we are certainly proud of you, man. Great run by you. Let me give you the mic here one more time. Let you thank your great team and sponsors behind your team.
Yeah, everybody at Slick Sim Sport, Zach, and Leo, and Hayden tonight. you guys for broadcasting the best in the business. iRacing, iFlag. Got to thank those guys. They do a lot for me. Design 75 for the best looking paints in iRacing. Team VLR and Southern All-Star Series putting the league on. Thank you.
All right, here he is, folks. Second place run tonight for the Deuce. Car number 2, Dylan Hauser. He'll finish up second at Lanier. So we have talked to third. We have talked to second. Only one more interview left to do, and that is a BladeNode.com victory lane. Todd Stanton catching up with Blake Majulis down there in the winner's circle.
Yeah, down here in BladeNode.com, victory lane with the winner here tonight, the Lanier National Speedway. Blake Majulis taking down the win, and I tell you, Blake, man, I see a lot down here. Another $250 that you get to pocket here tonight in the Southern All-Star Dirt Esports Series. Definitely a good run for you. Nobody could really make anything for you there. The two, Dylan Hauser said he tried. He was set up to run the seam. You just had it. You were running that slider line perfectly all night and able to keep everybody at bay. And man, what a finish there for that 127. Tell us about it.
Yeah, just I'm honestly stoked. This is probably my worst track next to USA, and I didn't even consider signing up for this race until last night, and fortunate enough to put it in victory lane here, and kind of in the beginning there I just ran the bottom and it really stuck and got by Grant. I was surprised how good the bottom was there, and I knew I was good on slider line because of the heat race, and I had the setup kind of based off the heat race, so I went straight to the slider line and never looked back from there. So played in my favor with the lap cars, and it was a good run.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic run for that 127 again, finding a victory lane again. And like you said, this is one of your worst tracks. I hate to see one of your best tracks there, Blake. You were dominating here tonight, and definitely had something figured out. Did you change something to make it a little bit better here tonight, or just kind of nail it on the head somehow?
Yeah, I didn't even make any laps. I just kind of got on like 10 minutes before and put something that I had on in previous races and made a couple clicks and changes to it, and it ended up working out. So
sometimes that's very beneficial, but I'll give you the microphone, Blake, one last time. You can thank your, would like to thank your, they got this 127 to victory lane.
Yeah, just my team, Swindell Speed Lab, all my teammates. Blake Cannon, he spotted me tonight. Can't thank him enough. Sim Seed, Zach, and everyone over there. Design 75, Jeremy Ray for the clean wrap. As always, you guys for broadcasting. Thank you very much. My girlfriend Tia for helping on setups, and obviously it worked out tonight, so I thank her very much for her time, and thank you for everyone for watching.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking down the big win here, the Southern All-Star Esports Series A main feature win into Lanier National Speedway. Car number 127, Blake Majulis taking down the victory. We'll let him get back to it. I don't know if he's got a couple other races to go to or whatever, but we'll let him get back to it. And definitely a great race here, Phil, tonight. Had a travesty in the chat box. We'll fix that for next time. Hopefully, we're sorry to the viewers that had to pay attention to that or had to see any of that stuff. We apologize for that here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and we'll keep motoring on. We got a lot of races going on here tonight. The MLL Performance coming up here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I believe we have the 3 or 5 sprint cars coming up, and also another pavement. Yeah, on the pavement, and then you also have we also have a dirt series coming up later with Rotten Piles. So it's definitely going to be rather interesting. And man, we're busy. We're really busy here at Full Velocity Racing Network. And thank you everyone for tuning in. From myself, I'll let Phil close out the show, and thank you.
All right, yeah, that was a great call, and we definitely do. We are very busy. Wouldn't have it any other way right now, as you said. ML Crown Performance coming up next year on the network. I will be heading myself over to the Lakeland, Florida, U.S. International Speedway pavement version. We're going to do 305 sprint cars with the gang over at MD Designs. The 305 sprints will be the home there Monday night here, 9 p.m. We'll be over there. Also, Ron Piles, as you said, coming up next year with NWR8 about 9:30 Eastern time. So a busy night on the network. So, Bud, great to have you in, man. We'll certainly keep you busy. We'll tag you along. We got a lot of racing left to come, and welcome to the network, buddy. It is so cool to have you. I think he already exited down there to go get some beer and hot dogs. So we'll let Bud go. We'll definitely talk to him again on the air for sure. A great dude. Loving working with him. Got to thank all you out there for watching tonight here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. For Bud, for Todd, Jack Truin, Ron Piles, Charlie Milner, Jeff Brown, all of us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil LeCast signing off for now. We'll see you back here live really soon, wherever we may be, on your source of esports racing. Good night, everybody, from Lanier.